What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to another awesome episode of the Value Menu Podcast, where value is given at no expense to you. We got an awesome guest today, man. Her name is Billionaire Bella. Matter of fact, tell them about yourself. Please let them know where you come from, you feel me, and all that good stuff.
Hey everyone, so my name is Bella, Miss Bellabomb. That's my Instagram. My real name's Yuhniece, and I'm born and raised in Brooklyn. And I've been in
Brooklyn in the house.
Half
Shout out to
Nigerian
Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn. Half Nigerian.
Mm-hmm.
Where? Which tribe?
Don't ask me.
I'm crying. But where? Yeah, I just wanted to get into what you do, right? Because I know you're an entrepreneur, right? You do multiple things. So just like introduce the audience to, a little bit of Bellabomb, like, just a little bit, just give them a little bit what you do.
So guys, I own a financial literacy business. It's called Opulent Academy. So we do credit repair. We offer credit repair services, LLC formation, business funding, mentorship as well. And we really pride in educating the community on financial literacy and how to obtain that financial freedom through the financial literacy.
That's dope. And what would you say made you get into like financial literacy? Like what made you get into that?
Well, I would say it really like started based from things that I went through like in my own experiences with my family. Like growing up, I would say that my family, like when I was growing up, I have a little brother. When I was growing up, like we had it, everything was good. And then it came to a point where, my father, he had lost his job and we almost lost our house. So it was like, going through all of that right there is like I knew like financial stability was key and like I needed to always have financial stability for me and my family. And that was like my biggest thing that I always wanted in my life. So, I knew one that came from either, I honestly thought I was going to be able to obtain that from going to college, getting that good job and everything like that. And as like time went by, I realized I wasn't getting that education that I needed in school. I actually didn't start learning about finances at all until my 12th grade year, second semester. And we only had the class maybe like twice a week or once a week. So it was like I was barely learning anything about finances. I learned a lot on my own through self-education and through mentorships and things like that.
What was your major?
In college or in high school?
In college.
Oh, in college, my major was computer science.
Computer science.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, you said 12th grade.
Yeah, 12th grade in high school.
They gave you a major or no? Would you have like a concentration or something?
No. So, yeah, I had a concentration. My school was for fashion design. But,
okay.
In school, you got to learn, you go through economics. So in economics, we didn't learn about finances until 12th grade.
That's crazy. I feel like they got to start putting that into like the curriculum, like first year, second year.
Literally.
Because, we're in high school, I would say probably like 60%, 70% of those kids have jobs. So they're dealing with some type of finances. You get what I'm saying? And if they don't know how to manage it, it's crazy. And then once they go into like college, you really don't hit like the core classes until like your third or fourth year. So you take in 2 more years of
prerequisites and nonsense.
And they still not teaching you about financial literacy. And now you're a young adult. Yeah. And now you really don't know nothing about finances. So it's just like, it's always crazy to me when I hear that. Like, I feel like that should be like a thing. Me, I had a business class, but they didn't really teach me about financial literacy. So I learned that like, to be honest, I learned that after college. I was a finance major. So that's crazy to hear that. But yeah, I would say definitely those type of, like you said about your family, those type of experiences definitely are like teachers of just like experienced teachers, you get what I'm saying? So like I would definitely say that's definitely powerful because a lot of people they want to learn how to get the money but not keep the money, right? And invest the money, right? And make their money multiply and make their money work for them. So that's definitely, I definitely applaud you for teaching your community, your audience about financial literacy, because we need more people like that.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
And would you say that started your financial journey? I mean, not financial journey, your entrepreneurial journey?
I would say, yeah, it definitely started like a spark in me because, you know, going through, so when I was in ninth grade, like I actually like, my father was really like, we were really going through the process of almost losing our house, like foreclosure, everything. So my mother took me and my little brother, we went to the shelter, and we was in the shelter, and I remember I was just in high school. I had broke my phone at the time. So it was like, okay, I know it wasn't no money for me to get my phone fixed. So I had started selling cookies in school. I seen other people selling snacks and stuff. So I started selling cookies. And eventually I got enough money to fix my phone. But it really became something where it was like, okay, I was making money. I was making like anywhere from $50 to $72 a day.
That's
sometimes
big
$100. Yeah,
for high school.
right. And 15, 14. So I'm like, okay. And I just kept going. So I kept going. And eventually, like, I was even able to help my father pay the bills and be able to pay for that mortgage and stuff like that. And not a lot, but, you know, it did a lot. It did help. So it was like, eventually he was able to save the house. But I would say that definitely did, like, that was the spark in me, like, to that entrepreneur journey. Because of what we was going through, it was like, okay, I have my own situation. I wanted to find a solution to it. I found the solution to it, you know, by selling cookies. And then from there, it was like, okay, not only did selling cookies help me fix my phone, but it's also helping my father in my living situation at this moment. So it's deep.
That's dope. That's dope. Damn. I know your dad was proud. For sure. he was like, damn, I got a little boss in the house. A little girl, a little lady boss. But or that's dope. And I wanted to get into, you also do Airbnb.
Yeah.
Right? I wanted to get into that just a little bit because a lot of people hear about this business venture and they like are interested in it, right? I just want you to give them like a little, you know, like a little introduction into your world as an Airbnb host and what it is, because I know it's not all peaches and cream.
Right.
So I just want you to, you know, just give them a little brief introduction to the Airbnb hosts.
Yeah, definitely. So when I got into the Airbnb industry, well, before I got into Airbnb, I had already had the Opulent Academy, so I was doing the credit repairs. So through then, as I was learning how to leverage credit and the power of credit and things like that, that's when I decided to start using my credit to make me money. So using money, having my money make money for me, you know? So that's when I decided to get into the Airbnb industry. Child, I had a crazy experience my first go around.
Really?
It was so crazy. I had invested in a course before. I didn't feel like it really like. It provided game, but not really like everything you needed to know. It was
fluff?
A lot. Yeah, it was some fluff in there. It was a lot of fluff in there.
Stop putting fluff in your courses, man.
For real, please. Stop. But but it did give me some insight. So I did gain some knowledge. So now I was like, okay, I want to really like, you know, get hands on. And I had found somebody who was doing it out in Atlanta, and they presented a like opportunity for me, like, you know, to really see like what they do and like, you know, actually be hands on with them and stuff like that. Get into business with them, so that way we could that could be my first one. And long story short, they was just a whole complete fraud. They were a complete fraud. Like everything was just cat.
So at this point, you got two people.
It was cat, but I was just like, what happened? Everything ended up working out for the best. Like,
yeah.
The way God just like positioned me, it was just good. But the person that was the fraud, they actually, I believe that they probably did have Airbnbs in the past. Maybe they didn't have none currently. I don't know. But they did provide a lot of game for me. So I was able to use a lot of the game that they gave me to go out and do what I had to do on my own.
Okay.
I just didn't go into business with them.
Okay.
But so from there, it's like it was a lot of trials and errors. So I was initially trying to get my first Airbnb in Atlanta. And I wasn't getting a lot of yeses out there at first. one place I had got approved for, I think I came back later, and then I don't know, the price was higher, and I was like, But I wasn't getting a lot of yeses out there. And then there was a whole lot of stuff going on with, you know, people was already doing it under the table. So a lot of landlords and buildings was already like skeptical, like, no, even if you was trying to do it the right way. But when I was trying to do it at that time. So I went out to Nashville because my cousin put me on to Nashville, and he has like properties out there. So I went out there, and that's when I got my first property out there.
Nashville.
Yeah, my first Airbnb.
You from New York?
Yeah, I'm from New York.
So you wasn't scared at all? Like, you wasn't like, damn, I can't even check on my property?
No, I wasn't scared because I actually created a team. So I had a cleaner crew. My cleaner crew was basically my property management team because they're checking in on a property. After each guest, I'm seeing videos. They FaceTime me how it looks before and how it looks after they clean it. They take pictures and videos. So I'm able to see everything that's also going on in the house after each guest. So if something is damaged, something breaks, I know I can file that claim with Airbnb immediately. And yeah, they're really like, they're hands-on for you. So you don't have to be hands-on in the business yourself. Also, I have family out there too. So that was also a plus.
The importance of a team.
Yes.
Man.
In every business, you're always going to need a team because when it's time for you to grow, you can't be the person doing everything in your business. Exactly. You have to delegate those tasks out. You have to delegate and actually oversee. So you need to make sure these people are doing the task properly in your business, so that way your business can run as efficiently as possible.
That's a gem. Damn, that's crazy. So, I know there's different types of way to do Airbnb, right? So, can you go over like one or two of them real quick?
Okay, so you guys have the one that mostly everyone is currently doing, which is rental arbitrage. Yeah. And that is when you are renting out someone's unit or an apartment, whether in a house or a building, and you are subletting it to someone else for either short-term stay, mid-term stays, long-term stays. So that would be rental arbitrage. So you are purposely renting out this unit so you can make a profit on it.
And then the other one would be like owning it?
Yeah, so you can do one where you can own it. That's like investors. You buy a house, maybe you stay in a basement, or you live in the house and you fix up the basement and you list the basement as a rental property. Or you can even do sharing, house hack. Well, that's like house hacking, because you can have, like, say you have a 2-bedroom and then you only use 1 bedroom. You want to rent out the other space on Airbnb. So you can do that. That's like home sharing, house hacking. Then you also have co-hosting, which is one of my favorites. I also do that as well. And that's like if you're someone with no capital at all and you're really looking to get started in the Airbnb space, but you don't have the capital to invest right now, you can also become a property manager for somebody else's Airbnb unit, and you're collecting a percentage every single month from it. So
you don't have to have capital to enter into this Airbnb space?
No, you don't. You
hear that? Hey man, that's some game. And I'm assuming that's what you would recommend to people who are interested in that industry, to either co-host or do a rental arbitrage of some sort?
Right. So with rental arbitrage, you are going to need the capital. But the good thing about that is that you don't have to use your actual money in your own pockets. I didn't. I was able to use business credit. So I was able to leverage my business credit because it's completely separate from the personal. So even if I did max out a card from furnishing or investing into this one unit, that's not hurting my utilization on my personal side.
At all.
Yeah. So basically, you don't got to use your own capital for both. But with co-hosting, you don't have to use any capital. At all.
Yeah. And you could learn a little bit from the Airbnb host, his experiences.
Exactly.
Almost like he's a mentor to you a little bit.
Well, that's the thing with co-hosting. So with co-hosting, these hosts are actually coming to you for their solution. So it's like they probably started on Airbnb and they're not getting as much bookings as possible. They're not seeing as much money as they want. So you co-hosting will really be the solution to their problem, getting them more bookings, getting them more income, listing their property better. So when you do want to co-host, I definitely recommend a mentorship. Get a mentorship, get a coach, get me, because you want to make sure you're able to help your client out, because the primary host is going to be your client.
Yeah.
Yeah. because they're paying you out every month.
Wow, you just taught me something. I didn't know that was just, wow. Okay. So you're saying that basically for those people out there who think they have to have all this unlimited capital to get into Airbnb, there's another alternative route for them to go. People, stop procrastinating. There's so many ways you could get into these different ventures without having to front your own capital. Like she just said, she used business credit to get her first one. So just stop the cap.
Stop procrastinating. Stop sleeping on yourself.
Stop procrastinating. Say shit now. But so yeah, Airbnb, man. That's definitely a dope avenue to make a extra additional income. You also are a realtor.
Yes, I'm a realtor in the state of New York.
State of New York. How's that? Like, how's?
Oh, it's good. I do a lot of rentals, so I'm really big with rentals. It's just like this, so fast.
That's your niche.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like luxury buildings too. So,
and everybody's always looking for rentals.
Exactly. Especially with this market right now.
Exactly. People might not be in the current state to purchase a property or things like that. So that's dope. That's dope. So, being a rental, I read that you're a luxury realtor.
Luxury rental agent.
Right. Wait. A luxury rental agent.
Yeah. Real estate
Boom.
agent.
So how do you market yourself? How do you get like clients and customers?
So a lot of my clients on a real estate aspect, they really come from social media. All of them come from social media or referrals, word of mouth.
Yeah.
Same thing like with my credit business. A lot of my clients in my credit repair company come from referrals and word of mouth.
That's when you're doing good business.
Amen. Yes, sir.
That's when you're doing good business. You get the word of mouth. If you're not, then you feel me.
Yeah. No, I would say like with social media. So the way I post, I like post. I guess apartments that are appealing, looking nice, and people love them. And I help all different kinds of people, whether you're coming in high budget, high end client, voucher, Section 8, city FEPs, regular W-2 employees, self-employed, and I actually tell you like the exact documents that you're gonna need, so that way you can get that approval.
Do you cover all of New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you mean upstate too?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm licensed to do upstate, but I don't go up there now.
It.
I have no brokerage.
You're more in
there.
like the
5 boroughs.
5 boroughs. What's like the average rent? Because I know it's crazy.
Oh gosh, in what borough?
Let's say Manhattan.
Manhattan, 5,000.
Is that for like? All right, if I'm paying 5,000, am I getting something nice? Like, am I popping or?
I could get you a nice 1-bedroom in a beautiful luxury building for 5,000.
You just put on your realtor shoes. I could get you a nice.
Yeah, with a swimming pool, perhaps.
Oh wow. Swimming pool. Okay, 5.
I can actually get you something really nice in Brooklyn too, but
Brooklyn?
with the waterfront, you'll actually have the city view of Manhattan.
City view.
And Williamsburg.
That's not bad. For 5,000 though?
For 5,000.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's a lovely price for everything that's included.
So most of your clients are like, they're doing good for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I help everybody. So I have
Right.
high-end clients.
Yeah.
And they know exactly what what they're looking for, and by their budget, I know exactly what they're looking for as well, and certain things that they want as far as amenities.
Yeah.
So it's like I already know specific buildings like to go towards. And I also develop a relationship with these buildings so that way they can know me. So it's like, so that's that, and then people that don't have high budgets, let's say like if you're on a voucher, you have a voucher. I have relationships with people in DHS and the shelter facilities, so that way I can get things processed way faster for these Section 8 clients and City FEPS clients.
The importance of relationships.
Yeah.
Crazy. So you would say like being a realtor is like being an entrepreneur?
Oh, it is. It is. You're an entrepreneur. So when you're a realtor, you're self-employed. Even when it's time for tax season, we get 1099s. We don't get a W-2 from the brokerage. We get a 1099 because we're self-employed. If we don't feel like working tomorrow, we don't have to work tomorrow. If we do not make a sale in a week or a month, we don't make any income for that week or that month. So you have to get up and actually go out and put in the work and build those relationships. Sometimes even go door knocking if you're trying to get a listing for a house and things like that. You know, you really do have to. You're an entrepreneur for a fact.
That puts it into a nice perspective for me, because when I hear a realtor, sometimes I think of a person working for like a real estate company or something of that sort. And a lot of people want to become realtors. Like a lot of people. They're saying, oh, I'm gonna get my realtor license, this, that, and the fourth. But I know it's not that easy of just getting your realtor license. Like you said, you could go weeks, months without getting a sale. And you go without that, you don't eat.
Hello, right. So I would say when it comes to, because I do get a lot of people too who ask me for advice on getting their real estate license and where can I go and this, that, and the third. So you do have to take classes. You have to take like state classes, 75 hours of real estate classes. Yeah. After you take the classes, you take a school exam. After the school exam, you take a state exam. And then once you pass the state exam, that's when you're officially licensed. But then now that you're licensed, you actually have to find a brokerage so you can really be a licensed agent and start, working as a realtor.
Is it hard to find brokerages?
It's not. Yeah, you can actually find brokerages that will sponsor your classes. Yeah. That's what I was able to do. So I became a realtor in 2019. I was still in college at the time, and it was during spring break. So during spring break is when I took all my my real estate classes because I was like, okay, I got free time. Let me just bust this out in a week. And then the next week I took the state exam. But I found a company that actually sponsored my, what is it called?
Your test?
My classes, yes. They sponsored my real estate classes. So what it was is after I made my first sale with them, I just had to pay them back what they sponsored, which was like $300. Okay. And my first sale, it wasn't a sale, it was a rental. So my first rental was $2,000.
And your percentage off that is what?
At the time, what was my percentage with them? So with brokers, they get for 1 month's rent. That's the broker's fee. So with broker's fee is 1 month's rent. Then after that, you split it with the company. I think at that time it was 50. I think it was 50%. And then I had to get up to And yeah, I'm not with that company now. I'm not with that company now.
50 is crazy.
So that's another thing you want to also look into when you are looking for a brokerage. You want to know what are the splits, what are they, what is it even coming with? Is it coming with training? Because some brokerages, they have splits. Plus you pay office dues, like agent dues. Yeah. And those office dues, you can pay them every month. So that company, they wanted 50%, and they wanted like $100 a month or $60 a month for office dues. It was like sometimes you might not even be in the office like that. Like me, I'm barely in the office because I can work from my laptop. Yeah.
And office dues.
So you want to pay attention to that. Like the company I'm with now, ours is I think 80-20. So we get 80, they get 20%. It's better.
And they getting 20% from being the middleman, essentially, right? Yeah. Because you're going out there doing the work, the legwork. Yeah. They're getting 20% of.
Yeah. Okay. So, and that's because they're your brokerage. So first you could become a salesperson. That's a real estate agent. Then after that, you could become a broker after 2 years. Okay. So when you're a broker, you can now open up brokerages. Once you have a brokerage and you have agents, sell people under you, then you can collect that percentage as well.
Are you a broker yet?
No, I don't want to be a broker.
No?
That's not I don't desire to be one.
Okay. Okay. So are you going to eventually get into like real estate investing?
Yeah. So yeah, this is like Airbnb is honestly like my stepping stool into that. So yeah, that is definitely my long-term goal.
That's dope. Yeah, that's where the rich get wealthy.
Exactly.
Real estate investing. What's your goal as far as Airbnbs? Like, do you want to have like a certain number by the end of?
I want to have. Let me see. I don't know because it's just going so fast the way I'm able to get like these units. So it's like I don't even want to set a goal and then it's like boom, I pass it. But yeah, I would say 15. think 15 is calm.
15.
And that would be a mixture of my own Airbnb properties plus the ones I manage. So 15 is a good goal. So I could see that for 2023. I could actually see me surpassing that in Jesus' name, amen. For 2023.
Amen.
Right now I'm at 7, 2 in Nashville. I manage 1 in Atlanta and then 4 in Brooklyn.
How much would you say on average do you profit per Airbnb?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. So let me see. My one's in Nashville. I'm probably profiting about anywhere from like $2,000 to like 25, sometimes 3,000, depending on the month. Like right now, this season is pretty good, but I know once December and January and February comes, that's slow. So if I make my rent, that's good. Like and I usually make the rent plus a little more, but that's fine because I already know my slow seasons. And then with the ones I manage, it definitely what is it called? It varies just because of the fact that like it's a percentage of what the gross monthly revenue is.
Yeah, that's how it is for Turo too. December, January, and like a little bit of February, slow. That's why I got into the private rental game too. So I'm trying to become like my own rental car agency. I like to. I'm more into like the JV now. Oh man, that's the easiest money I ever got in my life. Just joint venturing, and that comes with like back to what we was talking about, building relationships, connecting with these rental car agencies and seeing how they do business. Do they do good business? Do they have good rapport? Do they got good reviews? How you conduct business essentially, right? And then going ahead and all right, I'm gonna throw you clients to customers, and we can do like 80-20, like your split is.
Okay.
So and it's so like all I do is sit. I could do this anywhere. This is something I could do anywhere. I could be on the beach. I could do it because people know me as many things, but they know me as like a car rental guy too. So they come for me to for car rentals, and I'm like, oh, all right, where you need it at? I could get you in Philly. I get you in Atlanta, New York, whatever the case is. So it's beautiful. That's why I like being a middleman now. I'm starting to learn.
So you basically like the broker.
Exactly. I'm starting to learn now. Like a lot of wealthy people are middlemen. They're not like, you get what I'm saying, for minimal risk, right? So yeah. So yeah, that's definitely dope. I want to get into like just like more entrepreneurial things, right?
Okay.
Right. So a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs because it's kind of the hot thing right now. Right. Yeah, it's kind of the hot thing.
It's like an aesthetic.
Exactly.
Someone actually told me on the phone. Well, let me let you answer your question. Then I'll say that.
Nah, so like it's kind of the hot thing right now, right? So a lot of people think, oh, I want to just start a business, and they just think of like the simplest thing, right? But most of the simplest things come with so much more like tedious, like on the back end, right? And people don't know about. So like I was saying, like a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs, a lot of people want to be business owners, right? They want to own something, they want to have something in their name. What advice do you have for those people? And then go on with your story that you was about to say.
So if you're somebody who's out here and you want to be an entrepreneur because it just sounds so beautiful and you think that they're making so much money and it really looks good on the internet, my advice to you would be just slow down. Slow down and really think about the business you want to start, because everyone says, like, to be a millionaire, you have to have 7 streams of income and things like that. But so people think that, okay, if I need 7 streams of income, I need to be doing this, I need to be doing that, I need a job, then I need a second job, then I need to be an entrepreneur, and I got to be doing, let's say someone doing hair, I got to be doing hair, and then I also want to get a truck because I see the trucking business, they making money, so we're going to do that. It's like you're just spreading yourself so thin, and we only have 24 hours in a day. Where's all this? Where are you getting all those hours from? So my recommendation for anyone that is looking to start their entrepreneur journey, you're looking to start a business, is make sure that that business that you're going to start is a problem-solving business for consumers. Because once you are solving a person's problem, the revenue is going to keep coming in. And you're going to keep getting a lot of clients as well, because people, especially if you're doing good, people are going to refer you. And when you're solving a person's problem, not only are you satisfying your pockets, but you're satisfying that client. So it's a bigger picture than that.
It's kind of a win-win.
It's a win-win, and it's gonna be a more lucrative market for you.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be very easy for you to find 7 streams of income within that business.
Exactly. Ooh, I want you to go in on that. What do you mean by? Oh man, you just knocked. What do you mean by that?
Okay, so when it comes to having 7 streams of income, right, to hit your millionaire status, you want to find a business that you can find those 7 streams of income in. So I'll use mine for example. I do credit repair with Opulent Academy, and within credit repair, from learning how to do credit repair, I learned about business credit, right? So that for business credit, I had to learn how to actually start a business. So now I provide LLC formations for clients. So we got credit repair, LLC formations. Then after we build your business credit, after we have the LLC, structure it properly, build the business credit, next is for you to get funding. I offer that service as well. That's 3. Now say maybe my prices are too high for you. Yeah. That's okay. I have ebooks. You can buy my ebook, and now you can learn how to also do it yourself. That's 4.
Ooh.
Then let's say, okay, the ebook's not enough for you. You want more source. That's okay. I offer one-on-one mentorships as well. I have group mentorships. I have coaching courses or whatever. So where we at? 5?
5.
We at 5. So that's right there. That's 5 streams of income.
I know you got a course.
Business. Huh?
I know you got a course.
Yes, I do.
6. Did you mention that?
That's it. Oh yeah, yeah. That's like mentorship. So yeah, and a course. So you got ebooks, and that's good that you said that though, because the ebook is one thing, a course is another, a mentorship is another.
Course is definitely more in depth.
So that's 6, and then I feel like it's something else I am leaving out, and I don't know what it is, but I'm sure I'm leaving something out.
You probably are. You could, you could use this same business and do speaking engagements.
And I do, and I get booked for speaking. I do, and I literally get. I get booked for speaking at events. Is
that not 7 streams of income?
Yeah. And this year, I actually got booked for 2 different events to speak at. We just did one at the Get to the Bag brunch.
Like, just to, go on your example and put it in a different light. Let's say you do lashes. You could do lash classes. Ebooks on how to do lashes. A course. What you could do so much. Mentorship on. You feel me?
Right.
Just like it's a lot
and then
of
another one that people sleep on with hair businesses and lash businesses. You can start getting spaces and rent out booths. You can rent out booths. That's your stepping stone into real estate investing. Honestly, because you're basically kind of like a landlord.
Exactly.
You're actually doing rental arbitrage. You are.
Look at that.
You are.
That's crazy. People don't know about this stuff though. They think they gotta get into tech because tech hot. Then they gotta also learn how to do credit because credit hot right now. Then they gotta learn how to do trucking, and
then they gotta learn how to do hair.
And they gotta learn how to do hair. But you when going intersecting industries like that, you like you say, you're spreading yourself out too thin. You wanna be a specialist at what you do. To the point where you can create 7 within your industry.
Within your industry, exactly. Exactly.
I'm glad you said that.
And now you're that person everyone looks up to for that specific industry. There's so many different people. I actually met a girl through social media, and I don't know if she DM'd me first. I think so, or someone gave her my number. But I know she hit me up, and I've seen her page a few times. But she hit me up, and she was like, "Bella, I've been wanting to get in touch with you for a while now." She does basically the same thing about me, but she's heard so many good things about me. Yeah. She reached out to me to tell me like, "Yo, she's just proud of me because like people keep telling her about me." Like, right. So it's like, because I'm the authority in my industry, and she's also an authority in her industry too. And we're in the same industry, but it's like, it's so crazy how like, I feel like I'm doing, like I am who I am. Right. And it's like that word of mouth, like you said, when you're doing good business for people, like, your name gets out there, and people now talk. Me and her built a relationship with each other, and we help each other with our businesses.
That's dope. Power relationships, man. Power networking, get in the room, reach out, You need some advice, just build a relationship. But provide value too. Don't just like, hey, can you...
Exactly.
People like me and you, we doing so much. You know what I'm saying? So much on a day-to-day. People like, yo, can you teach me how to build credit? I got a whole ebook for that.
Thank you.
And I've been promoting this for how long?
Thank you. Are you new here?
You're not. Because I knew you before. These are people I knew before I did any of this.
Oh my gosh. So let's talk about that though, because I think that is definitely something like, I feel like it'll be the people that's close to you that really be wanting you to dedicate the time. But it's like,
talk about it.
I got this, that, and the third for you. Like, just open it up, look through the PDF, go through it, do what you got to do. But it's like, I don't know, people really be wanting you to hold their hand.
Yo, it's been time. I swear on everything. It's been times where I've sent my friends my ebook for free.
Yeah.
And they still come for me. Can you repair my credit? Did you?
Be like, okay, so I just did this. What's next? Okay, did you look at the course I sent you?
Exactly.
No, not yet.
So what are we talking about? So what are we doing here? What is this exchange supposed to be? Like, I literally, and this is what I do now, right? I just sent someone my ebook for free. He said the next day he skimmed through it. Okay. You didn't read it. Just say you didn't read it. You skimmed through it, okay. And he's asking me questions about information that's in the ebook. Literally in the ebook. So I'm like, bro, I have mentees. I can't really answer the question. And I say it respectfully. Yeah. I can't really answer the questions that's in the book that you didn't read, that you skimmed through. I just don't have the
time or patience.
If I wanted to be rude about it, I didn't really feel like giving him the answer because I feel like that's a slap to the face to me.
It is. It is. Yeah. It definitely is.
I don't like when people do that, but it embarks on that same misconception or that same whatever you call it, right? If you want to hide something from a black person, right? People of color,
give it to them.
Put it in a book. That's what people say. That's the misconception out here. That's what people in power think of us. If you want to hide something, put it in a book because we don't read. And that right there made me start reading. Like I wanted to start educating. And yo, the power and the knowledge and the money that's in books, you'd be amazed.
Even when it comes to just self-discipline with myself, I can't look at quotes and stuff. I really have to pick up a book and read it. Like even when I listen to the podcast and stuff like that, it's good, but I really need to actually read a book. Like I noticed that's what helps me more with my own like self-discipline, like daily habits and things like that. So yeah, reading does go a long way.
What's some more things that you would give to the up-and-coming entrepreneur? What's some more things? We already talked about not spreading yourself out too thin. Yeah. And actually, going deep, double down on what you got going on. Yeah. But what's some other things? Because there's a lot. We could talk about discipline. It's a lot.
Well, self-discipline is definitely a big one. I feel like this year for me, so 2021, I was just making money. Like, I was making so much money. 2022 was really a self-discipline year for me because I just felt like, I don't know, I wasn't as happy as I wanted to be or as I would like, and I feel like I wasn't even as productive as I could have been as well, Yeah. Even though it's like I'm out here doing my thing, but it's like, so self-discipline, it definitely goes a long way. So like actually building a routine for yourself, waking up every morning, even if you can't like, oh, my phone is over there, but on my phone, like my lock screen is a schedule. I literally have a schedule of what I'm doing at 6 a.m., 9 a.m., 12 p.m., like every hour of the day, basically. So, but that might be too advanced for somebody. So just start off with a morning routine. Like my morning routine is I wake up, say a prayer, and then I put on a podcast, whether it's Steve Harvey, Grant Cardone, somebody that I like, that's just motivational or something that is actually helping me in a subject that I'm currently doing. Like, so if it's real estate investing, if it's marketing, I like to listen to Grant Cardone for marketing advice or marketing tips and things like that. I listen to Gary Vee for like motivational purposes and things like that. So it's just different people for different things. And after that, I do my morning stretches and I start my day. I take a shower and then I do everything else.
Morning routine.
So yeah, having a routine and sticking to it. Another thing that I think is super big that everyone, I think we all sleep on it as humans, like having boundaries, you know?
Ooh, talk about it.
Having boundaries is so freaking important, especially when you want to become an entrepreneur, because it's like, if you don't even have any of your personal life, like business and personal life is just going to be all over the place. So having boundaries with yourself and actually standing on your boundaries. Like I had to learn that this year too, to really stand on my boundaries. Like if I said, this is this, like I'm standing on that. I'm not about to break that for nobody, because if once I break it, it's like, once I violate my boundaries, you gonna think it's okay to violate my boundaries. Yeah. And then once you violate my boundaries, you're never gonna respect them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'm already playing with them.
Exactly.
So you gonna feel you could play with them too.
If you're not taking it serious, why should I?
Exactly. And that goes in business, and that also goes in personal life. That goes in friendship, relationship. That goes with everything. So I feel like actually writing down a list of the things that you like. So if you're going to do this in a business aspect, you could write down the things that you like about yourself and the things you like about your business, the things that you don't like, things that you like about your clients, things that you don't like about your clients. And what is it that they're doing when those things that you don't like is happening? Like how does those things come to part? And then, okay, well, this happened because I allowed this client to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah. Like, for example, what's a good example? Okay, if you have a client winds up complaining because they stayed, you doing their hair and they stayed later than expected, right? But they ended up staying later than expected because the person before you came late to their appointment, and they came late to the appointment, so it ended up pushing you off schedule. So it's like, I know a lot of hairstylists, they have that cutoff period, but like really standing on it and, not switching that for anyone. Another example would be, let me see, a good one would be, I'm trying to think.
Take your time.
Okay, a good one would be, I'm trying to think one that I've been through. When a client is, it's like, it's in my head, but I can't think of it right now. But it's in my head, like
it's cool. Like we get it.
Yeah, I get the point. But when it comes to me, don't worry, I'm gonna say it out loud and you edit it in. Yeah. But yeah, so like basically, like if something happens and then it's like, okay, this happened because you allowed X, Y, and Z, so it's like you're not gonna allow this anymore. And same thing with people, like you allowed X, Y, and Z. You gave a certain person an inch, and they winded up taking them out. So you can't be doing that. You can't be playing with yourself anymore, And when you have boundaries, people, and you respect your own boundaries, people respect you. People put respect in you. People don't even come to you with the bullshit.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, a big example is I don't smoke or drink. Okay. I've never smoked or drink in my life. That is
so beautiful.
Yeah, ever. I love a lot of people don't believe me, but never. And people, it comes to the point now, people don't even ask me. Like when say I'm in a room with someone I don't know and someone I know, and they're like drinking, and the person I don't know passes me the bottle, the person I know be like, "Come on, man, he don't drink." That's how much people people don't even, like people I know don't even, they know what it is. So you got to come like that. Like it comes to a point like people don't even, they tired of asking you because they know the answer. You get what I'm saying? So I definitely resonate with what you just said. So I wanna talk about maybe the person listening right now, they have a business. Right. They're not really seeing the results that they want. What advice that you got to them to keep them motivated, keep them going, and so on and so forth?
Okay, so that's a great question. So if you're someone in your business and you're not seeing the results that you want to see at this moment, I highly suggest that, one, you don't give up, and you have to have faith in yourself, and you have to believe in yourself. Even before I take on a one-on-one mentee, I have to have an interview with them because I want to make sure that they don't have any self-doubt. Because it doesn't matter what I teach you. It doesn't matter what you learn and who you learn it from. If you have self-doubt and you don't believe you're going to be able to accomplish or achieve your goals, you're not going to. You're not. It don't matter what I teach you. It don't matter what anyone teaches you. You're not, because you already have that self-doubt in your head, and your thoughts really do become your reality. I see this happen. So I am going to highly recommend that you get yourself, maybe you need to change your environment. Maybe you need to change the people that you're hanging around, because that's a big thing. Maybe you need to change the way you talk to yourself and to others, because that goes a long-ass way. I have these conversations with my own friends. I tell my friends, I think you need to, I don't even say you sometimes. Sometimes I say we, because I know sometimes my mouth a little, I'm very New York.
Yeah.
I'm very
New
Brooklyn.
York.
And sometimes it's very rude.
For sure.
I'm like, okay, like we need to work on the way we speak. You know, I get on the phone with my friends sometimes, we be like, bitch this, bitch that. You know what I'm saying? We need to change that. And I know that's something we need to change. But for someone else, it may be like no one is speaking life into you. So it's like you need to start pouring that life into yourself, and you're going to have to find it elsewhere, you know? So if you got to find it elsewhere, you need to get around. You need to want to get in those rooms so you can get that motivation, and you need to meet new people and definitely in a new environment. You know?
So that was some game. That was some game. Heavy on the no give up though.
Yes, please don't.
Me personally, I never even thought about giving up. Like there's never been I feel like, yeah, you could tell a person don't give up, but they really got to have a why though.
Yeah, knowing your why.
Yeah, knowing that why, really having one. Like you could be if you're doing it for yourself, you could give up at any time. You get what I'm saying? But really having a why, having a purpose, I feel like that's, and actually reaching like a goal that you really set out to be, that's so fulfilling. Yeah. Because it's like, damn, I really did it for this person, or I really did it for this reason. Yeah. So definitely having a why.
And actually celebrating your wins. Because I feel like a lot of us, I feel like in Caribbean cultures, per se, we don't celebrate our wins, because it's like everything that we do is already expected, especially from our parents. Like, I don't know about you, but like,
I'm Haitian.
You Haitian?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, you do something great for yourself, or sometimes it's not really as celebrated as it should be by our parents, because it's like, to them, oh, you get good grades in school.
You're supposed to do that.
Yeah, you're supposed to do that. Oh, I bet it was students in a class that got hundreds. Okay. Well, I got a 90. Okay? And be happy about my 90. Yeah. You know, so it's like, and that right there, acknowledging the small wins helps us. If our parents are acknowledging our small wins, that helps us when it comes to acknowledging our big wins to ourselves. Not just, okay, boom, we did it. Whew, that felt good. On to the next. So actually celebrating
the even the small wins.
The small wins.
Yeah, big wins, small wins, but don't ever get like too comfortable too.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Don't let that win last you for a whole year.
It's a thin line between celebrating and comfortability. That's why a lot of people be like, don't really just put your head down and don't celebrate it. Don't think about it. But you can celebrate small wins, big wins. Just got to know when to put that switch back on.
Yeah, because it's like a train. Like, you know, the momentum is being built, you know? So once you hit that goal, it's like, okay, the train is still going. We're not about to slow it down. Don't slow it down because you didn't reach the stop yet, you know? So keep going until you reach that stop.
Because you hit that goal and you see, damn, I got a long way to go. Yeah. I got a long way to go. I'm not stopping here. Speaking of goals, right? What's your goal? What's your goals for the next 5 to 10 years?
Good question. So my next 5-year goals is really building my audience, building my platform, my community. Yeah. I feel like I am an authority in my industry. Yeah. But really, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I am, but I feel like I'm not where I really want to be, you know? So being that true authority, I feel like, you know, I think it's on a small scale right now, but upping it. Right. You know, so 10x in that. So building my community and, you know, letting Opulent Academy really be the place where people come to for all financial help, like full service. And, you know, like it's just automatically oh, you need help with this? Yeah, Upland Academy. Like, so that would be the 5-year goals, and just building that platform and that market up.
Yeah.
And then within 10 years, my big goal is to open up a school.
Ooh.
I came up with that when I was 18.
That was big. Open up a school. How old are you?
I'm 22.
Come on, man. You young.
I am.
You gonna get there.
Amen in Jesus' name.
You gonna get there.
Yes.
Oh,
I
man.
claim that for me. That is my portion.
So yeah, I just wanna, cause it's getting a little bit towards the time.
Okay.
Ending.
Okay.
I want you to, first and foremost, I want you to let people know where to find you.
Okay.
And what do you like? Do you have, for people that want to learn more, right? They got so much value from this episode, right? For people that want to learn more, they want to tap in with you and possibly be your mentee. Mm-hmm. What do you offer for those people?
So guys, you guys can find me on Instagram at Miss Bellabomb. That's MISSBELLAA, 2 A's in Bella, Bomb, BOMB. So you guys can find me on Instagram or Facebook, Bella Monroe, 2 A's in Bella, 2 R's in Monroe. And so I do currently have my 3-day Airbnb course that I did, and it was super dope. It was jam-packed. So if you are trying to get into the Airbnb industry, no matter which route you want to take, whether it's the home buying route, rental arbitrage, or even co-hosting, I definitely recommend this 3-day Airbnb bootcamp, because you will be learning the ins and outs of one, starting a business, structuring it right, getting funding for the business, so that way you can actually invest into it, finding the location, speaking to landlords, building complexes, corporate housing. You'll be learning all of that, market research, everything. So it's going to teach you the whole 9 yards. And you guys can actually go ahead and purchase my 3-day Airbnb course. I'm going to give you guys a discount.
What's that discount we said?
So we're going to do VM Bella.
We're going to put it in the description for
2 A's in Bella, though.
2 A's in Bella?
2 A's in
2 A's in Bella.
Yes. So VM for value menu. And that is my gift to you guys. So for everybody watching this, I hope you guys definitely do invest in yourselves and, make that change into your future. And then for anyone that's looking to be a one-on-one mentee, I do offer that service as well. So you guys can always hit me up for that.
I want you to leave the audience with a gem. With a gem. Some value. We have the Value Menu podcast.
Okay.
Leave them with some game.
Let me see.
Something that's gonna 5x, 10x their business.
Okay, what's gonna 10x your business right now? All right, here we go. This is a business funding play, right? So if you guys, a big key to actually getting business funding would be having your credit structured out, profile properly. Right. So you definitely want to make sure your personal credit is like 0 derogatory items, 0 to 2 hard inquiries, utilization 10% and below, usage, utilization 10% and below, history at least 4 years plus. If you don't have that, just add a trade line up there, and then you can actually go ahead and start getting some business funding. No late payments within the last 24 months.
No late payments.
You could go straight into Amex and get some business funding right from them. So you can get 5 cards with 1 hard inquiry from American Express. Yeah, so you can get yourself some 2 charge cards, 3 regular credit cards, or 3 regular credit cards, 3 charge cards and 2 regular credit cards. So charge card.
Oh, you was about to say it. Go
ahead. Charge cards are so they're credit cards that you have to pay the full balance within the first 30 days, right? You have to pay whatever it is that you spent on it within 30 days. Credit card, we know those are revolving accounts as well, and you have a minimum payment, so you can go ahead and pay whatever that minimum is and still leave a balance at the end. So now you want to go to Amex, get yourself these cards. You could get yourself the Platinum, the Gold, the Chase, the Cash, the Blue Cash everyday card. And then you can also get you one of the Sky Delta cards or anything like that. Or the Plum card as well.
The Plum.
Yeah.
The Plum.
Oh, you got the plum.
Yeah.
You love the plum?
Yeah, I love it. I love the plum.
And you can go ahead and run it up. And these are cards that you can also use to furnish your Airbnb, because the blue cash card offers 0% APR for the first 12 months, especially on a business side. So on a business side, that's 0% APR. So when you're going ahead and you're furnishing your unit, you're only spending, when it's time to pay back, you're only paying what you spent. You're not paying any additional interest on top of that. This is why I love business credit, because it's like, and it's multiple business credit cards out there that are giving you those 0% interest rates for 12 to 20 months. So now look, y'all just got to play on what to do, how to get yourself some funding real quick.
If y'all don't go start your Airbnb
get
business,
your Airbnb business. And if you don't got enough money and you don't know where to start and get the business listed, use the play and get the course. There you go.
Use the play, get some information. Invest in you. Invest in you. You're the asset. You're the priority.
That's a fact. Yes.
I want to thank you for coming on here and giving all this game, man.
You're super welcome. I loved it.
People that's watching this interview, they're gonna run it up in the Airbnb space.
Yes.
After they go to you though. After they go to you and tap in. So yeah, I just want to thank everybody for watching. If you watched this far, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Everything counts. Definitely leave a review on Apple Music as well. Yeah. This is good.
It was a pleasure, guys. Thank you guys for having me.
She's gonna be back, and
I can't wait to come back.
She's gonna be back. She's gonna be Airbnb mogul, and it's gonna be a different type of vibe in here. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let's go.